that I fell in love with, pummeled by massive 22, not really making these. It is official, my demo has sold my 2025 Chevrolet Trax in crimson red metallic, the LT that I fell in love with over the past 3 weeks of owning and putting about 1,200 kilometers on, is officially gone, and it's time for a new one. To tell you a little bit about my experience, I couldn't believe how good the lane keep assist and adaptive cruise were. Apple CarPlay was a little finicky for me, but I loved it. First time having Apple CarPlay in a car, it was amazing. The the speak to text feature was amazing. All my phone calls went through and it had a lot of space. I did one trip to Toronto and it was great on the highway. I didn't have any issues. And last week, if you're from London or southwestern Ontario, you know about all the snow we got. It did great in the snow. I didn't really have any issues. I never got stuck, and we got pummeled by the snow here in London. So I am pretty happy that it did that well. Let's take a look down here at what some of my potential demos would be. Much as I would love to say it's that double cab 2025 Silverado, I don't think so. But let's start with truly what potentially might be my dream demo. This Stardust Metallic, almost like a purple Chevrolet Traverse, losing my words here this morning, with the massive 22s. This also has Super Cruise, which would be amazing for the highway. This is probably my top 1 or 2 vehicles that I would take on the lot if it wasn't a 2025 Yukon Denali, as I always talk about it. I love this car with that massive new screen, which is straight out of the Equinox and now in the new 2025 Tahoe. Come this way a little bit. This is actually, I wouldn't hate one of these. It's actually pretty hard to find a 2025 Chevrolet Blazer now because there's so many Blazer EVs out in the market. They're not really making these. And I'll be honest, I think I prefer the styling of the Blazer EV over the traditional ICE or gas Blazer. I haven't had too much experience with these just because there's not many out here. In my 3.5 months here, I've only seen one and it sold straight away, and we had a used one in Champagne, which that sat around for a while and I didn't really mess around with it. Then we move on to a Terrain, which I've actually spent quite a bit of time in. I drove up to Barrie and dropped off a customer a brand new Terrain, and I really liked it. It was a great vehicle on the highway, and it was an SLE, just like this one. This one has the elevation package, which I love, giving you all of the blacked out trim, 19-inch blacked out aluminum rims as well. It's a really good spec, especially when they come in with a starting price starting in the 30s. You can't really complain. Then this would be something that I would like as well. Very similar to my my Trax that I was currently in. Built on the same platform with the 1.3 turbocharged 3-cylinder, 19-inch aluminum blacked out rims. This would be like a step above my LT, but still a very nice option. Then we get into an EV, which I think I would actually really like to try, because then when I'm talking with my customers, I'd be able to explain them a little bit better, talk about what it's actually like living with, and be able to explain to people that you can have one not having a charger at your home, as I live in an apartment building. I also do lots of long trips, like going to Barrie or Toronto or down to Sarnia or out to Niagara Falls. So I would get a lot of experience, and I think it would be a good way for me to learn the vehicle. Then we get into truly what I think I may end up in, a 2024 GMC Terrain Denali. As the brand new 25 Terrain is going to get a full new refresh, and there's been a bit of a supply issue with the 24s, we expect to still have 24s on our lot into 2025, and we won't get the brand new 2025s probably until spring of 2025. Then let's sneak over and take a look at a Colorado. This would probably be, I think, a realistic dream, maybe a couple months down the line after I do either one of the INSTAs or a Trailblazer. I think a Colorado. This is a Z71. I actually might prefer a Trail Boss just because it's one trim level lower. The only thing I would want is I really want cruise control in it, and not all trail bosses come with cruise control as a standard feature. And something that many people don't know about the Colorados and the Canyon is there was a supply shortage in 2024, and a lot of them come with no hitch. So it's something that you can add to the parts department, but it's kind of funny when you can buy a brand new pickup truck and not get a hitch. So let us know what you think I would want or what you would want in your next demo, and we'll see what we get tomorrow.